Once viewed as the mightiest in the world, Marcus Aurelius chose to lead a virtuous life guided by Stoic teachings. Contrary to several Roman leaders, he refrained from temptations like excessive drinking or enjoying brutal spectacles at the Colosseum. Marcus Aurelius was determined to accomplish the mission destiny gave him, to serve mankind. He was deeply committed to this purpose. To succeed, he focused on what truly mattered and disregarded the insignificant. To achieve his objective, he was indifferent to things without substance or importance. Many things can be considered this way. A key principle of Stoicism, highlighted in Epictetus's writings, is the demarcation between matters we can control and those we can't. Aside from our actions, almost everything is beyond our control. This doesn't mean we should isolate ourselves from the world. Instead, Stoics emphasize the importance of acknowledging our restricted impact on such matters. According to Stoics, failing to understand our limits complicates our lives. When things get tough, it's often because we focus on things we can't control. This lets those things guide our actions, like ships pushed by strong winds. We often point fingers at others for pulling our strings, but we actually give them that power. If we ignore these outside influences, they can't affect us, and we find peace. Marcus Aurelius stayed calm despite things he couldn't control, helping him handle his emperor duties. He concentrated on the mission he felt the gods gave him. For Epictetus, being unaffected by outside pressures could help focus on significant objectives. For many, it might lead to a happy and stress-free life. When life gets hard, what should we let go of, and how? This video dives into Marcus Aurelius's thoughts on not focusing on things that don't matter much. In his writings, Marcus Aurelius talks about the present, past, and future. The old Roman leader shares how we often give them too much attention in incorrect ways or focus on irrelevant aspects. To make things clear, let's begin with the future. As Seneca put it, we often hurt more in our minds than in real life. This means we stress over our future thoughts. We often overthink and imagine many future situations, even if they might never happen. Before things happen, we often worry about how to handle potential situations, scared of the unknown future. Sometimes things go as expected, but often life throws unexpected twists our way, good or bad. For example, we might plan for a great retirement that never happens. Before we can enjoy our retirement, a sudden terminal illness diagnosis shortens our time to just a few months. These unexpected turns make us anxious, always thinking of the best and worst scenarios. What if a major war starts? What if I go bankrupt? While these negative outcomes can happen, should we stress over them before they even occur? As Seneca once said, we let the future disturb us by overthinking it, even though it's merely a concept in our minds. If you're dealing with a severe illness, why not live in the moment and cherish every bit of life now? Rise, be proud, and face whatever comes your way, whether it's big or small. Wear your finest outfit, step out in your best shoes, and create moments that will be remembered even after you're gone. Marcus Aurelius believed that it's not the looming future that weighs on us, but the present moment. It's not what's coming that causes pain, but how we handle the now. The anxieties of the future are felt now. Notably, when we finally face the future, it's already our present. When we obsess over the future, life can become distressing. We let our imaginations, filled with potential scenarios, influence our current mood and actions. What guidance did Marcus Aurelius offer about this undue concern for the future? He once said, "Never let the future disturb you. Face it with the same logical tools that you use to handle today's challenges." He believed that if he could manage today's challenges, he'd be equipped to face tomorrow's as well. Rather than getting lost in fearful thoughts of what might happen, he focused on addressing his current reality. By grounding himself in the now, he felt resilient. With this perspective, why would the future be any different? This way of thinking aligns with amor fati, embracing one's fate, with the assurance that if you can face a challenge, you can overcome it. Reflecting on the past, Marcus Aurelius observed how time flies, leaving moments behind and out of our grasp. Just like the future, the past is a place we can't revisit or alter. Once an event has occurred, it's set in stone, and short of having a time machine, we can't change it. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Remember that man lives only in the present, in this fleeting instant. All the rest of his life is either past and gone or not yet revealed." He advised us to see the past as irrelevant and not to let it overshadow our present. While past events can influence the present and offer lessons, we can't change or interact with them. The past is gone, and our memories can be unclear or biased. We base our understanding on individual memories and perspectives, making our recall of the past potentially flawed. We frequently linger on past memories, re-experiencing their emotions. Some think reflecting on the past grants control, but it's set in stone. Regrets are common, but they're unchangeable truths. Marcus Aurelius believed in focusing on our responses to the past rather than the events. We can't change what happened, and many times we couldn't influence them when they were happening. Yet we have the power to shape our perspective on past events. We might see past hardships, broken friendships, or business failures as setbacks. But for Marcus Aurelius, the events themselves weren't the issue, it was our reaction to them. He said, "In the face of true events, if you don't view them as misfortunes, they can't hurt you. If you do view them as misfortunes, they can." Marcus Aurelius believed that events in line with human nature shouldn't be seen as misfortunes. He questioned, is something truly bad if it's natural? He felt that as long as events didn't stop us from being just, honest, or humble, they weren't truly harmful. Instead of dwelling on past regrets, he saw history as a cycle, suggesting that by studying past patterns, we can predict future ones. Marcus Aurelius believed that the present moment is all we truly possess. While the past and future are vast and out of our hands, the present is brief and within our reach. Everything else is either behind us or still unknown. Often we get caught up in what lies outside the present moment, feeling unhappy when reality doesn't match our hopes. This mindset can trap us in current discomfort, overshadowed by the future or nostalgia for the present. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom reminds us to live fully in the present, accepting it as it comes. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that while we can't change what happens to us, we can choose how we react. He saw nature as a guide, suggesting that fighting against it or feeling upset with it meant missing its teachings. Living well isn't about having perfect surroundings, as they can change in an instant. It's about how we handle what comes our way. Focus on the present, regardless of the situation. Begin with what's in front of you. Don't get distracted by others, the past, or the future. Just begin. Look at what's directly ahead and take the first step. Wishing you success in all your endeavors. It's natural to feel less motivated sometimes, but keep pushing forward. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Here are 2 more videos you might like.